A very good afternoon, everyone present here. Myself, Mohammad Musharraf Ahmed, and I am really feeling grateful in introducing our today's guest lecturer, Mrs. Trupti Mangesh Dhanandaya. She has completed her graduation in BE from Electrical branch from our Anjuman College itself, and also she has done her MTech in Integrated Power System from YCC College Nagpur. She is currently working as assistant professor in Department of Electrical Engineering at Dr. D.Y. Patil Institute of Technology, Pune. Ma'am is having a total teaching experience of 7 years, and as an assistant professor in DIT of 3 years and 11 months. She also has been the assistant professor in DBCER for 2 years. Ma'am has published 10 papers in journal and conferences. She has also completed certified training course on PLC and SCADA of ABB and Siemens. She is also having a professional membership of ISTE and ISLE. Once again, a very warm welcome, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
All my dear students, I feel very proud that today is my topper student.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, should I start lecture?
Yes. Please start.
Okay, okay. Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all. So today's topic is analog and digital. According to the GATE syllabus, I think so there are the very related topics which is completed in this syllabus. But for the time sake, I'm going to teach you combinational and sequential circuit. On and 14th, another lecture is on 14th, I think October. In that time, I will teach you the Smith trigger and all this the related portion. So the content for the gate is combinational logic circuits. In combinational logic circuits, there are also several sub parts. One is your Boolean algebra, next is your number system, or next is your K map. And that K map are again classified into two types, which is can be operated by the POS and SOP form. So I think so you know the little bit idea about how what is the combinational circuit, at least what is the combinational circuit, at least what is the gates, universal gates and basic gates. Then next is your sequential logic circuit. In sequential logic circuit, there are the three parts. One is your flip-flop, next is your registers, and next is your counters. So in that counters also converted into 2 to 3 parts. One is your synchronous counters, next is your asynchronous counter. Next is your multiplexer and demultiplexer. It is the type of the decoder which we can use for the designing analog and digital circuits. Next is your Smith triggering. Of course, we have to know about op-amp for the analog and digital circuit. For that purpose, we required a Smith trigger. It is the application of we can use this application as the op-amp. Okay. So next is your sample and hold circuit. Of course, each and every electronic circuit required sample and hold circuit. So that purpose we required this topic also. Next is your A to D and D to A. I think so everyone know what is the full form of A to D and D to A. Of course, analog to digital and digital to analog converters. And last is nothing but timers. Each and every students know we require timer for the counting the times. Can anyone tell me? Can anyone reply me? Name of IC that is used for the timers.
IC
You can write down in
555.
chat box. Yes. Yeah, IC 555. And can you tell me the application of IC 555? Anyone knows the where we are going to use the IC 555?
A monostable vibrator.
Yes. Monostable or stable. Yes. Okay. Monostable or stable and bi-stable multi-vibrators. Okay. Indirectly multi-vibrators, we are going to use these timers. And one of the part is VCOS. This is your voltage controlled oscillators. This is required for the controlling of the timers. Okay. So these are the contains. For today's lecture, I'm going to teach you combinational circuit and sequential circuit. In next lecture, we can complete the multiplexer and Smith trigger and A to D converter. Okay. So my next is combination circuit. In that, I'm going to cover your Boolean algebra. I think so. Everyone know how to simplify the Boolean algebra equations because in GATE exams there is a questions. Please simplify this equation by using the De Morgan's theorem or some theorems which is related to the our analog and digital theorems. So I think so you know about the idea about Boolean algebra also. Then there is a K-map. Of course, there is a 2 to 3 types of the K-map. One is your 2 variable, 3 variable, and 4 variable. You can use 5 variable also depending upon the inputs. Okay. Then that K-map can also simplify using the SOP and POS form. I think so. Everyone know what is the full form of SOP and POS form. Yes.
Yes. Sum of product and product of sum.
Yes. Only one student are replying, I think so. Okay, then next is your design a combination circuit using Boolean expression and K-map. Of course, Boolean expression design को आपको design करना है by using combination circuit. That means by using the gates, by using the universal gates or basic gates, you have to design that equation or that K-map equation by using that gates. Okay. So this is your contained in your combination circuit, and one of the topic is also is in here is that your number system. I think so. In digital electronic, you already studied in second year. In the time of when I in second year, in that time one of the sir teach me digital circuit. That is in that we have learned 9s complement, 2s complement, 1s complement also, and hexadecimal. All these are teach by that sir also. So I think so all of you also covered in that time also. Okay. So remember that because this question is also occurred in your GATE examination. I think so you all referred that GATE papers. So please refer that paper and you can see there question are related just like some K-map are given to you, and you have to design or you have to tell the equation, right equation which is reduces by using the K-map. So that question is in your GATE examination paper also. Okay, please refer. And I think so 9 to 7 marks are 9 to 7 marks questions are come from the analog and digital portion. Okay. So now what is Boolean algebra? Can anyone tell me what do you mean by Boolean algebra? In maths also you have covered this portion. Okay, Boolean algebra is nothing but if you having three variables. Okay, if you having three variables, so in one equation we having the very long term, we can reduce that term by using some laws. We can reduce by some theories also. So that Boolean algebra is converted into the digital form also for designing any purpose of the circuit diagram. Okay, because each and every electronic circuit or in electrical also we required this electronic circuit for the power electronic purpose also we required the AND gate or gate, or we are going to use this AND gate or gate operation in your PLC and SCADA applications also. So we know the function of the AND gate or gate or NAND gate, so that we can design any combination circuit. So it is very easy to understand. It is very easy to design any circuit by understanding the basic universal gate and the logical gates. Okay. So tell me, according to you, which one is universal gate and which one is basic universal gate? Anyone knows number of gates also? Yes, you can chat.
NAND
You can
and
write
NOR
down
are
in chat box
universal.
also. NAND and NOR.
NOR are universal.
Yes. Universal
And
gate.
basic.
And others basics are?
And or and not.
Yes, and I think so. Slide is visible. In slide also there is a written three are the basic gates. Which one is your AND gate, OR gate, and NOT gate. Okay. Then you have to know about the NAND or and NOT gate. What is the application of that gates? Of course, whenever you are saying AND gate, in that time it's doing the multiplication only. Okay. और if you are saying the OR gate, then it's done addition only. Okay. तो ये basically याद रखो कि जब भी NAND gate से डिजाइन कर रहे हो कोई भी सिस्टम, तो उसको मल्टीप्लिकेशन होता है, और गेट यूज करते हो तो उसका एडिशन होता है, दैट्स इट। और अगर मैं नॉट गेट बोल रही हूँ तो नॉट गेट में क्या होता है, इनडायरेक्टली उसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट लिया जाता है। अगर आपने इनपुट में 0 दिया होगा, if we are giving 0 as an input, then we get the output as a 1, we get the complement, because whenever you are talking about digital electronics, there are only two terms, 0 and 1, that's it. Okay, we are going to apply only zeros and 1. Then this is your basic summary. Of course, I am written here basic gates are or and not, and universal gates are NAND and not. Okay, this is the theory related which I already told you. Because of the is very, I'm going to skip that slide. It is for the your purpose only. If you want this PPT, I can mail you also. This is the symbol of the OR gate. Please remember this symbol, because there are the 2 to 3 symbols which we are going to use the design of the combination. So these are the truth table. This is the basic truth table which we use for the whole circuit diagram also, for the whole digital electronics also. So there are two inputs. Of course, these two inputs are written in the binary set. Okay, we can write digital into binary. Of course, so we if you I want to write it down 0, so I am writing 0 0. If I want to write down 0 1, so 0 1. If I want to write down 2, so 1 0, and if you want to 3, so 1 1. So okay, and OR gate is done addition. So 0 plus 0 is 0, 0 plus 1 is 1, and 1 plus 0 is 1, and again 1 plus 1 is nothing but 2. So we have to write it down that 2 into binary code. That's why I am written here 1. Okay. Next is your AND gate. I already told you AND gate is done multiplication. So that's why I am going to for a symbol. This is your AND gate symbol. Then the truth table is if multiplying any two zeros number, so it comes to be 0. And if you are adding, if you are multiplying 1 into 1, it comes to be 1. Okay. So this is your symbol and not yet. Of course, I already told you, if you are giving the 0, you get 1. If you are giving 2, you get the 0. This NAND gate, of course, is the complement of NAND gate. Please compare the table and you can see here 0 0 is for the AND gate, 0 0 is 0, but here is a complement. Because of that we getting, so like that we form the table. Now it is a complement of all. Okay, this is the complement of the all. This is your gate, also use designing purpose of your combination circuit. So 0 in 0 plus 0, and we get the 0. There is a one advantage of XOR. 0 1 0, then we get output 1 1 1 1. Wait a minute. Yes, I am audible, sir, now.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, it is clear now.
Yes, ma'am.
My voice is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is the logic gate circuit diagrams. One of the table I make for the purpose of the study. Okay, next is your this is your the collection of the Boolean law. I have already told you some equation are given to you, and you have to solve that equation in very short term. So for that purpose, we required these laws. One is the commutative law, is designed for the AND or OR gate both. Then associative law, distributive law, AND law, OR law, and inversion law. Okay, these all laws are used for the minimizing the Boolean expression only. Okay. This is the De Morgan's theorem. There are the two theorems in De Morgan's. One is for the AND gate and one is for the OR gate. Okay. So this is for the AND gate. Here is the A bar dot B bar, so is equals to A bar plus B bar. And this is the circuit diagram which is actually showing that by using the equation how to design the combinational circuit. Okay. This is the next. This is the truth table for the De Morgan's theorem 1, and same for the AND gate, same equation, and we have to just take the complement, and we are going to design our the combination circuit also. Your truth table. Then one of the example here is by using the Boolean collection of the Boolean's law, I minimize the circuit, minimize the equation. This is your Boolean expression. Actually, we have to see that A, B plus C. This type of question is comes in your GATE examination. The law, so you can that multiply A to A and A B dot AB plus AB dot D. I think all of you know how to expand this term. Just how please here one of the term is some common. There's you have to see here AB is some common because here is a common term AB where in bracket 1 plus B, then ABC plus CD. Then we have to apply the law 1 plus A is equals to 1. So we can replace 1 plus B is equals to 1. So the AB in bracket 1 plus C, again AB are common, and in that time, in that way I'm getting the short term AB plus CD. It is the your right hand side expression. So this type of question is comes in your examination also. Okay, please learn that collection of Boolean expression, Boolean's law, so you can simplify the circuit, simplify the expression by using that law also. Okay, next is the, of course, I'm already told you there are the SOP and POS form. So this is your K-map equation, K-map production for the minimizing the K-map. Actually, SOP and POS form is used for the designing K-map, and from that K-map we have to get the equation in the form of short term. Okay, so there are the also standard SOP and POS form, and conversion of all can we can done also conversion from SOP to POS and POS to SOP, because all of you because in GATE also there are the some SOP form are given, and we have to convert that SOP form into the POS form also, and there is a min term and max term. Actually, SOP, can anyone told me SOP form is which time of what is the other name for the SOP?
Minterm.
SOP, yeah, POS is your max term.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is your sum of product sum. Of course, sum of product is there, so we have to that the term is firstly product, and then it get added. It get added. Okay, so there is a ABC plus A bar, B C bar. Okay, so there is a firstly there is a product term, then it get added, and then it get multiplied again next time. So product of some term is like this. Firstly we have to add, then we have to multiply, then add. Please remember that there is a very lot of confusion between SOP and POS form. Firstly have to in product of sum of product term, we have to product then sum. Okay, then in product of sum we have to sum then product. Standard SOP to POS form. Okay, if we having some POS form, SOP form, and you have to convert that into POS form, then which kind of rules we have to apply for the minimizing that terms, I am going to teach you. This is of course there are the some name also given to the canonical form or other form. Actually, canonical form you know in control system is also their canonical form. Just like that, diagonal are present only. Others are zeros. So this is also related to the digital electronics also. So next, I have already told you POS form is also called as max term, and SOP form is also called as min term. Min term, whenever you are writing min term, in that time the output result is 1, and whenever you are writing max term, in that time the result is 0 only. Okay, so this is the whenever you are representing any SOP POS, in that time you have to write down 0 in that K map also. Okay, so how to convert SOP to the standard SOP form? Means what? If you're having equation like wait a minute. if you having equation f is equals to a comma b comma c. Okay, so and I having equation like that ab plus b bar plus c. Okay, so this is your standard equation form, because here is the absent of, here is the absent of c and here is the absent of a. Okay, so how to convert this into your standard SOP form? So this there are the some steps. So first step is find the missing letters in each product term, in if any. Second step is add each product term having missing letter with the terms from or by or in the letter and its complement. Okay, then expand the term by applying distributive law and reorder the letter. Of course, there is the law which already I told you in the previous slide. So that law we have used here also. And after that, we are getting the letters. And if we have the repeated terms there, so we can omit one of the term from the equation, and we have to write down the equation in the standard SOP form. So this is the equation for one of the example, actually, AB plus BC plus AC. So first term is step is we have to find the missing term here. Of course, I have already told you here is the C is missing, here is the A is missing, and here is the B is missing. So we had to multiply and add the term C plus C bar. Then next is the A plus A bar, and next is your A plus B bar. Okay, sorry, B plus B bar. So we have and multiply by the term and the letter and its complement. Okay. Then we have to apply distributive law. For that, we have to expand this circuit, all the circuits, and we have to see the repeated terms. Means what? Last is your repeated term is which one? This one. This is missing, and this is missing. Sorry, this is repeated, this is repeated. That's why I'm writing one time only ABC, then A plus A B C bar plus A bar B C and A B bar C. Okay, so this is your standard SOP form. Okay, first of all we don't having the standard SOP form. Now we are get the standard SOP form. So we can use the standard SOP form. Standard SOP form. Standard SOP for the designing came. Okay. Similar way, we can convert the POS form into standard POS form. Similar, they are same. The steps are same. Just we have to replace all the terms by multiplication and addition. Okay, this is your equation A plus B, then B plus C, A plus C. So here is a missing term, here is a C are missing in this term. Wait a minute. Here is a missing term. Here is a C is missing, here is a A is missing, and here is B is missing. So directly see here. C dot C complement, A plus A complement, B plus B complement. Okay, so like this we can reduce, we can convert into standard SOP form also. So to final answer is my this one. A plus B plus C, A plus B plus C bar, A bar plus B bar plus C bar, A plus B bar plus C. Okay, this is your final standard form of PO. Okay. Now, of course, I'm already told you, whenever you are saying that we have using min term, in that time the output equation will be represented by 1, and whenever you are saying the max term, in that time output equation should be written by 0. So there, here is a table which is having the 3 input A, B, C. So 0, 0, 0, we can write in min terms. Of course, we have to take the complement of A bar, B bar, C bar. Similarly, you can see here, whenever 1 is present, I'm going to use the complement for the representation of the equation. So like this we can represent the mean term also. Okay, so see M0 is equals to A bar B bar C, M1 is equals to A bar B bar C, then M2 is equals to, of course here is a 0 1 0, so A bar B C bar. Same all of the above. Okay, so we can represent the mean term or SOP term by using this truth table also. One of the example, if I want to represent, actually this is the table related to the output. You can see here y is the output. You can see here y is the output. So if I want to y is the output for the SOP form, okay, and I want to say I am written only where the one is present. Okay, this type of question also come. Here is only one present, so I am writing only for this terms only. Okay, so see the this term and this term. The output is, the equation should be 0 a sorry equation should be a bar then there is a one that I'm taking b only, and next is your c. So see, like this, right to the table. This is your Boolean expression for the max term, because max term is used for your only POS form, and POS form is just represented for the product of sum. So that's why everyone see here where zero are present, we are not going to take complement, and where is one is present, in that time we are taking the complement, C complement. Okay, so compare both the tables, so you can easily understood what do you mean by maximum and min term. Similar way example, where in this table 0 are present, for that term only I am write down the equations. Okay, same equation, one of the min term examples, a bar, b bar, c bar. You can use this example for writing purpose of your maximum and min term equations. Okay, so the summation and small m is repetition of the min term, means what? SOP form. Okay, so summation and small m is used for the representation of SOP form. Then next is your max term. Pi and capital M is used for your representation of POS form, max term. Okay. Of course, here is a K map. This K map having 1 to 2 marks question in your GATE examination. Tell me how many number of cells can be used in K map. Is dependent. Yes, can anyone reply me? According to you, K map. My क्वेश्चन इज दैट लाइक दैट कि के मैप अगर डिजाइन करना होगा आपको तो कितने वेरिएबल के लिए डिजाइन कर सकते हो?
Minimum 2, maximum 4 or 5.
Only you are present, others are not replying, I think so. Others are not listening, I think so also. Okay, let it be. So minimum is 2 because the K map is depends on your input only. So input is if you having 2 input, of course we require at least 2 input so that we get the output. Okay, so we can represent 2 variables, 3 variable, 4 variable also. Okay, so this is the theory related, all the theory are related to your K map. I'm not going to explain it. So this is 2 variable K map which having the 4 cells equation, and I think so all of you know how the standard of the K map is going on. So first cell is represented 0, second cell is represented 1, then third is represented 4 and 5, sorry 2 and 3. Okay, so and of course there is a one term in digital electronics, MSB and LSB. So can anyone reply me what do you mean by LSB and MSB? Yes, can anyone reply me what do you mean by MSB and LSB?
Most significant
for
bit.
least minimum. Yes.
Least significant bit. And most
LSB
significant
stand.
bit.
and most
LSB.
significant bit. Okay, these are
Yes.
used for the, yes, you are right, least significant bit and most significant bit. We require this both because whenever we are designing any, firstly in this portion we have to write down, in this portion we have to write down MSB, and in this portion we have to write down LSB. Okay, so that we know the idea about LSB and MSB. And whenever you are designing any circuit, in that time also we require this LSB and MSB. So this is your representation of two variable. This is your representation of three variable, and this is your representation of the four variable. Next is what the representation of the grouping. Next term is your grouping. So can anyone to reply me? किस तरह से ग्रुपिंग की जाती है कोई कीमत? डायगोनली कर सकते हो क्या?
No, ma'am. Only horizontally and vertically.
Okay.
And
Only
after
horizontally and
rolling,
vertically. And if there is any don't care condition, then what? It should be considered or not considered.
considered, ma'am.
All of you know about don't care.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, okay. Don't care is means like that. कि जब भी आप don't care बोल रहे हो, it should be 1 or 0. It depends on you. If you want to take 1, you can take it 1 also. You can take it 0 also. It depends on you. Okay. So that condition is come whenever the some are not confirmed. Some cells are not confirmed. Is there is a 1 or 0? In that time we have to write it down. Don't care condition. Okay. So this is the basic rules for the grouping. You can see here each group should be have large possibles. Okay. Yes, we have to write down the number of ones we can cover by grouping. So that's why one point is that each group should have the large possibles, because we have to consider more number of ones in your team. We can consider 2, we can consider 4, we can consider 8. Okay, so this type of grouping can done. Everyone able to see the slides also. Grouping overlapping is also considered because we have to reduce the equation. So that purpose we required overlapping also. This type of grouping also done. Top and bottom side can also group. This is your another grouping, same grouping, and K-map and truth table. Okay, if I am having this type of inputs, and in that time how I can represent any number. So like this I have to represent A, B, C, D. Okay, just like 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I'm already told you by using the K-map we have to we have to write down the equation. So for this group I am going to write down the equation. So whenever you are writing the equation for the any equation or any system, so see here y is variable from 0 to 1, just x is constant, that therefore the output equation is just, okay, because it is 1 we cannot get the complement. I am writing SOP form, that's why I am writing only x, not giving the complement. Okay, here is the x is equals to 1. Okay, so this is the equation for your K-map representation. The K-map representation is two variables, two grouping are done, overlapping are done. So here is a, can anyone reply me the equation for this K-map? Yes, for this K-map, what is the output equation? I'm already write down in the PPTs.
X bar y plus x y bar plus xy.
Here, this is the this is the equation which is represented in the K-map, and here is the answer x in bracket x comma y. The output equation, reduced equation is like x plus y only. Okay, so here is only y constant. You can see here for this K-map. Wait a minute. Is only y present. Here is only y constant and here is only x constant. So that's why one output is y and one output is x, and the equation is like this: x comma x plus 1. Okay. So please see, if there is a no variation in x and y as an input, then you can write down the that term only. Other term cannot, we cannot consider, because it is varying from 0 to 1. So this is the representation of your K map. Okay. So there are the various uh, equation. By using the K map, we can design any circuit. By using K map, we can design lots of circuit. If I want to design this equation, so which gate I should be use? बताइए कौन सा gate use करूँगे और design करूँगे. I'm already told you AND gate क्या करता है, OR gate क्या करता है, then NOT gate क्या करता है. Can anyone reply me? Yes. Okay. Let it be. I'm going for the next slide. Wait a minute. My laptop is not responding. Next is your comparison between combination and sequential circuit. One of the main advantage in sequential circuit, it's having the feedback path, which is not connected in the combination circuit. Combination circuit is just like your open circuit system, which is in the your control system, and it is in sequential circuit it's just like the closed loop system, which having the feedback path, and that feedback path having the memory system. Okay, that memory system is used for the comparison of the inputs, and then we get the output. Okay, the sequential circuit, in the sequential circuit, of course, flip flop are there because we have required memory element, and that memory element is your flip flop. Next is the synchronous, asynchronous, up down counter, and modules, shift register, and ring and display ring counter. So there are these are the types of the. I'm explaining the truth table now. Just I'm going to show you the symbols and truth table. That's it. I'm going for the registers. Okay. So this is your aging triggering flip flop. Of course, we required aging. Just like the in control system, there is the also positive feedback and negative feedback. Here also the aging are there. It is also positive edge triggering or negative edge triggering or low or high edge triggering. So whenever I'm representing one dot, one symbol, one ball symbol, bubble system, and then notch, it is a negative system, and upper one is your positive system. Okay, this is your positive and this is your negative. So SR flip flop, this is the truth table for SR flip flop. These are required for designing the registers for residing to counters. That's why I'm going to show you how the SR flip flop and all the flip flop are using him. Okay, this is your SR flip flop internal circuit diagram. By using your NAND gate, the design I have done for the SR flip flop. This is the D flip flop. D flip flop having the one advantage is that only one input are considered for the D flip flop, where the other flip flop are required two inputs. Okay, in D flip flop we required only one input because next path is connected as a complement to the circuit. Okay, so and this is your JK flip flop. Of course, JK flip flop having one of the disadvantages, toggling problem is there. At the last stage where the one is present. For that purpose, one of them again one design one flip flop are designed, that is your master slave flip flop. Okay, this is the design of JK flip flop. This is your T flip flop. Again the T flip flop having one only input. Okay, so that is your going in detail because in gate also there is not detail. We required only truth table. That's why I'm showing you truth table only. And now this is your registers, shift register. There are the 2 to 3, 6 registers which is used for designing purpose of the circuit diagram. One is your serial input, serial output. Okay, serial input, serial output. Next is your serial input, parallel input, serial output, parallel input, parallel output, bidirectional, shift register, universal shift register. Okay, so in that from all of the six, the last two one is the easy one, and it is easily designed and it is easily work also according to me. Okay, so I'm going for the design. This is your serial input and serial output. I'm not going for the truth table, just revising you. Can anyone tell me what is the please tell me the truth table for the D flip flop. Yes, tell
If
me the
input
truth
is
table for
1,
the D flip
output
flop.
is 1. Input is 0, output is 0.
Zero. Yes, it is
Only
that's
delay
why
in time is
whenever we are
happening.
designing shift. Yes, yes. So whenever we are designing the any register, in that time we are going to use D flip flop only. Okay, so this is your D flip flop. Just this is for the right shift register. Okay, if you want to shift the from left to right, in that time we can use this circuit diagram. We can shift the all the data. Okay, one bit data. So if of course register is used for the one bit data transfer. Okay, wait a minute. Sorry, actually my PPTs are not responding. Wait a minute. Yes, everyone able to see the screen? Okay. This is your serial in a parallel out. Okay. So in serial in, we are giving the data in serially and we are getting the data at the output as a parallel output. So here also we require 4 bit for 4 clocks for the loading the input. Okay. So in serial input serial output also we required flow 4 clocks, and in serial input parallel output we required 4 clocks. Next is your parallel input parallel output. One of the advantage of the parallel input parallel output is we record only one clock pulse, because at a time we are giving the data to the ABCD and we getting the data at the output. So one of the advantage of the parallel input parallel output. Next is your parallel output. So here is a very little bit complicated circuit diagram. There is a some gate are used, AND gate and OR gate are used for the representation of parallel input and parallel output. Can anyone reply me if I want the parallel operation? So what should the value of the shift and mode load line? What should be the value for the load and shift line if I want to do parallel operation? Anyone knows? Anyone having idea?
No, ma'am, not sure about it.
Okay. So whenever we represent your parallel input serial output, in that time, if shift and load line is equals to 0, in that time we have going to do parallel operation. And if we having shift slash load line is equals to 1, in that time serial output is done. So I think I don't know if this portion is covered in your syllabus or not, but I'm not going to teach you how the operation is going on for implementation of the parallel input, parallel output, because it takes at least 15 minutes for the operation of the parallel input, parallel output. Similar way, there is a bidirectional. If you want if you know some problem, please contact me and explain you how the work is done. Next is your bidirectional system. So that it's representing that bidirectional is operation is done. Of course, there are the two operation. One is the right operation, and second is your left operation. Again, there is a one common line is mode line. Okay, this mode line is used for the operation of the right and left. Okay, it is equals to 1. In that time, I think I know this portion is in not in the syllabus. I think so in your digital electronics. So m is equals to 1. In that time, left operation is done, and when m is equals to 1, is right operation is done. Why? Because here is a NOT gate. It's giving the complement. Okay, so that's why there this operation is done in the shift register also. Okay, now this is your bidirectional switch, bidirectional shift register. Wait a minute. This is your universal shift register. So all the operation parallel, left, right, all are done by using this universal shift register. Also, so there are also mode control line. This is used for controlling the operation, parallel input, serial input, parallel output. All the things can control by that mode line only. So if whenever m is equals to 1, mod line is equals to mod control is equals to 1, पैरेलल इनपुट आर डन. बिकॉज देखो यहाँ पे एक ऐसा क्यों बोला जा रहा है कि पैरेलल ऑपरेशन होता है जब एम इज इक्वल होता है. आई एम गोइंग टू गिव लिटिल बिट आइडिया बिकॉज डोंट not covered in your syllabus also. Okay, m is equals to 1. If m is equals to 1, okay, here is a 1 present and here is a NOT gate present. Okay, that's why it's give the output 0. Then 0 also converted into 1. Okay, that means this line is active only in that time. This line is active. Okay, that means 1 is going as an input. One of the input for the AND gate is 1. Okay, and we are giving the parallel input by A, B, C, D. That's why it is saying that parallel operation. And if we are having 0 value here, in that time 9 is connected here. That's why it is not active. Okay, this is not active. So that's why the mod control line is very important. Okay, that's why I'm saying that whenever control line is active, parallel operation is done, left operation is done, and whenever control line is 0, in that time right shift register is operated. Okay, this is your shift register. Then next is the ring count. Okay, wait a minute. Ring counters. Actually, nail is counter, but it is not comes into counters because is only shifted one by one. That's why its name is ring counter. It is not counting any number. It is not giving the counting. Please tell me what do you mean by counters?
A device which counts.
Clocks. Of course, which device is counts the clock pulses. It is nothing but clock counters, okay, clock pulses or anything, okay, which counts the, of course, in your straight line also there is a counters, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we have to count from 0 to any number. Okay, so but the ring counter is not used for that purpose. It just produces the ring as we required. Whenever we required the ring, in that time only ring counter is used. Okay, there are the two main advantage or main problem in ring counter is that there is a additional preset and clock pulse are applied to the ring counter. In you can see I have already written here a preset is equals to 0, so Q output is equals to 1, and clock is equals to 0, so Q is equals to 0 also. Okay, so whenever Q preset is 1, in that time the system is active. Okay, so if and preset is equals to 1, so Q is equals to 0. Of course, opposite are the operation of the preset and clock. Preset is equals to 0, in that time Q is equals to 0. So the system is work like this, preset is equals to 0, only that time we getting the output, because whenever applying one clock pulses, it gets shifted, and from that Q it come to the Q3, and that Q3 output is connected to the input again. So we not required any output, any input initially. Okay, so we can just use the Q is equals to 1 and we get the operation of the ring counter. This is your ring counter truth table. We can everyone can see here. This is the 111 are present in diagonally. That's why the name is ring counter. Okay. This is your Johnson counters. Okay. Whenever we talking about counters, there are the number of states. Actually, we have to count the number of states. The formula number of states in the counter is 2 raised to power n. Okay, but here is the number of state is equals to 2 into number of flip flops. Here is a 4 flip flop. That means we are getting the 8 flip flop output, 8 output for the Johnson control. Okay, this is the big advantage of the Johnson control also. One of the change in the Johnson ring counter and Johnson counter is that the Q bar is connected to the input of the DC. Okay. Then of course synchronous and asynchronous counter. Synchronous and synchronous counter classification I think is not required for you. There are I'm going to explain you by itself. Okay. The synchronous counter and asynchronous counter big difference is that synchronous counter required one at a time the clock pulses, but in asynchronous counter, whatever the output of the first flip flop is connected to the clock, connected to the next flip flop as a counter. Okay, as a clock pulse. Sorry, you can see the circuit diagram here. It is a asynchronous 3-bit counter. A output is connected to the B and B output is connected to the C. Okay, this is the difference between the clock pulse counters. Sorry, synchronous counter and asynchronous counter. The example of the synchronous counter is ring counter, Johnson counter. Then the example for the asynchronous counter is of course up counter, down counter, up down counter, and one of the name of the asynchronous counter is ripple counter also. This is the difference of the asynchronous and synchronous counter. Propagation delay is less because at a time we are giving the all flip flop applying at a time the clock pulse, but in the asynchronous counter we required the output of the previous flip flop till that the second counter is not going to operate. So that's why the propagation delay is very high for the asynchronous counter. This is your 3-bit synchronous counter. I'm not going to explain you how it's worked. Then yes, this is your up-down counter. So one up-down counter is that when advantage is main again here is a control line. M is equals to 0. In that time up counter is work. M is equals to 1. In that time down counter is work. And I'm not teaching you how to design the counter also. If you want to know, please tell me. I will take the one of the example for the designing of the counters, and I will send you by mail or through the Archana ma'am also. So this is your sequential circuit. Now I think I'm now that's it for the today's lecture. Sequential and combination circuit are finished. There is a synchronous counter also, designing of the synchronous also, but it is it is required some time to understand how the design of the synchronous counter done all these times, and required some time also for designing purpose also. So according to me, in GATE there is a 2-3 questions: design a combination circuit by using the KMO and then the using KMO. So please tell me any question if you having related to the today's topics: combination circuit and logical circuits. Other are very required very less time. Multiplex and demultiplex, Schmidt trigger. Because in Schmidt trigger also two classifications are there. One is your positive feedback. Sorry, of inverting and non-inverting classification of the Schmidt trigger. Then Schmidt trigger also classified into open loop and closed loop. Okay. So this type of the, I think so, Schmidt trigger there is a 1 to 2 formula which is some question find out the voltage across the sorry, op amp V1 minus V2. Okay. So yes. Is anyone having any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay, so please, should I stop or ma'am is there or not?
Yes, ma'am. Just a second. Thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us.
हा तृप्ती मॅडम बोला.
मॅम मी 2 टॉपिक कम्प्लीट केले विच इज व्हेरी म्हणजे मोठे होते. कॉम्बिनेशन सिक्वेन्शियल. नेक्स्ट 14 तारखेला मी मल्टिप्लेक्सर डिमल्टिप्लेक्सर आणि स्मिथ ट्रिगर हे संपवतो. त्यामुळे त्यांना मी कॉम्बिनेशन सिक्वेन्शियल सांगितलं.
चालेल चालेल. तर पुढल्या वीकला आपण
चालेल ना?
पुढल्या वीकला आपण
नेक्स्ट पोर्शन मी कम्प्लीट करून त्यांचं. हो हो चालेल चालेल.
थँक्यू सो
ओके मॅम. ओके थँक्यू मॅम.
ओके बाय बेटा.
बाय मॅम.